out there don't have much patience. At least that's what Bishop, the dude at the video store, said. So I'm at the register, and then I realized I got no money. I was seriously broke. Why? Because I met this smoking hot chick last night at the deathmatch bar. Man, she smelled good. So being the gentleman I am, I bought her a drink. Anywho, I decided to get a job. The gig? Assassinate the Drifter. So I went where I was supposed to and waited for the guy to show up. And there he was, this cat. Well-dressed, cool, couldn't tell if he was the shit or just plain old shit. Yeah, so he's styling, fast, aggressive, and packing heat. Bada bing. Or at least it was supposed to be. Till she showed up. Her name? Sylvia Chris.
Anyone who's here, which they aren't. There's no one here. Hello. I'm probably gonna upload this to YouTube. Maybe not the other games, but this one specifically, just because there isn't a whole lot of footage of this version of the game online. So I guess I feel like there's more purpose to uploading this one, editing it together a little bit to make it more watchable. But anyway, Difficulties, the only ones you have at the start, like usual, are sweet and mild. This is the Heroes Paradise version, of course. As is obvious by the fact that it's called No More Heroes, Heroes Paradise. That's a pretty good... Okay. That's a pretty good hint. I turned up the game a little bit. This actually seemed more quiet than I thought it would be. But I'm going to shut up for this little intro sequence because I just really like it. So, you know.
I know a lot of gamers out there don't have much patience. At least that's what Bishop, the dude at the video store, said. So I'm at the register, and then I realized I got no money. I was seriously broke. Why? Because I met this smoking hot chick last night at the deathmatch bar. Man, she smelled good. So being the gentleman I am, I bought her a drink. Anywho, I decided to get a job. The gig? Assassinate the Drifter. So I went where I was supposed to and waited for the guy to show up. And there he was, this cat, well-dressed, cool, couldn't tell if he was the shit or just plain old shit. Yeah, so he's stylish, fast, aggressive, and packing heat. Bada bing. Or at least it was supposed to be. Till she showed up. Her name? Sylvia Crystal, an agent with this whatchamacallit association.
Congratulations. You are certified as the 11th best hitman. How about getting rid of the 10 killers above you and aim for the top?
I want to be number one. How's that? Short and simple enough for you? It's gonna be a long, hard road. But who knows? Could kick ass. Could be dangerous. Could totally suck. What do you say, bro? Join me. Let's see how far we can take this. And for you there holding the controller right now, just press the A button. Let the bloodshed begin.
Whoa. Now, despite being a Japanese release, this version is not uncensored. It's very plainly visible. So, interesting thing, this version of the game, the first HD release of No More Heroes, Heroes Paradise, a kind of crappy port. Not gonna lie, this is one of the worst ways you can play the game. But again, this version, specifically the Xbox 360 version, since it was only released in Japan, not a lot of footage of it here. So it's more interesting, I guess, in that aspect than, say, the Switch version, despite being fantastic. Also, because for some reason I've already streamed that, and I'm still streaming this too, I guess. I'm mostly just dumb. Anyway. Started. I'm going to skip the tutorial because I don't need it. Now, this HD release was released in Japan in 2010, and the middle of the year, I think around August-ish time. It released on PS3 and Xbox 360, as you can see. The PS3 version was actually censored like the Japanese release and European release of the Wii version and rated 0D, which is our equivalent to M, whereas this version is uncensored on the 360 and was rated 0Z, which is our equivalent to an AO rating, and like you can't advertise it very easily and such. It limits the game's, not quite as bad as an AO rating, but it still limits the game's marketability considerably. My only guess is that the 360, Xbox never done well in Japan, so they may have just been thinking, we're making it for both platforms, may as well give something extra to the 360 since it's already niche anyway. It's not like it was going to have big sales in the first place, so give it a little bit of an extra purpose. And then, of course, when Konami, it didn't really sell well enough to warrant a Western release, I'm guessing. Then Konami needed a game to be PS Move compatible, because like a contract thing, and this game was available for them to publish, and they just added some quick, cheap, and dirty move controls to the PS3 version, made it new, souped up the graphics, added a bit of extra content, called it Red Zone Japan, and that's just the international version that we eventually got. Now, I'm also playing this because this version, already I can tell, just from a bit of testing, runs a lot better than the PS3 version. Which, considering games at the time and how awkward it was to develop for the PS3, is not that surprising, in all honesty. Architecture-wise, most notably, if you look at the top of the screen, there is a bit of screen tearing. This game still has bad screen tearing no matter what you do. The PS3 version, it was more noticeable, and it was everywhere. No matter what you did, there was screen tearing and frame dropping. This game's locked at 30, unlike the Wii version, but the 360 version, at the very least, a mostly stable 30. Not a super stable 30, admittedly, but better than the PS3 version by a country mile, you know? Now, one disadvantage this version has is that it has no way to do the original better, in my opinion, motion controls of the Wii version. All you got is the Xbox controller, obviously. It should be noted that the Move controller was only in that international updated release and Red Zone edition. Get some wrestling moves in there. Because in the original Japanese PS3 release, that was censored and everything, it was still only the controller. There was no move support at all. I don't even know, was the move out in 2010? Yeah, it had to have been, because that's when the Kinect was out. Nice. Now I'm doing these wrestling moves because if I can get a finisher in. There we go. Yep, there he is. From what I can tell, I forget if it's ever said anywhere, or if it's just people testing it out. But from what I can tell, the more wrestling moves you do before you do a normal finishing combo, the more likely you are to get a slot machine win. Now, I could use that bar I just got to actually do a power-up and activate it. The thing is, so if I keep it till the end of the level and just never use it and keep it stocked, I will actually get bonus cash, and if anyone's played this game, you know that's way more useful than, getting to kill 3 enemies with it. As such, I'm also really wanting to get... You can stock up to 3 at a time, and if you have 3 by the end, it's the biggest bonus you can get. So if I can help it, I want to have at least 3 of them by the end. Yeah, this version has absolutely no motion controls at any point. Even the international PS3 release still had the shaking of the controller. Again, the original Japanese release also had no motion. Well, it's a little bit weirder because, PS3 has that. But this version, if you've seen the PS3 version, you can already tell this version's running better. Go. Also, I'm not fluent in Japanese. I know a little bit, a teeny tiny bit, nothing to write home about, So my playing of this is mostly going to be fueled by the fact that I've played this game multiple times before in the past and know how to go through it already. Also, the other thing, I am not going to be playing this with the Japanese voice cast, which is only in this original Japanese release. That was not in the original Wii version. Because I don't think it's a good dub. I don't think it's that great of a dub. This game was recorded in English from the start. It was written to be spoken in English, and I think the Japanese dub is just simply... It's just passable, but it's nothing special, It sounds too normal, I guess. Maybe that's just because I speak English, so I can't tell if it's weird as easily. But I prefer the voice acting here, by far. And then here. Beam katana enemies, they always have the most health and are the most annoying things in the world. Yeah, damn it. They're also good at beam clashes. Wow, I'm actually doing my best. That's weird. That actually feels like it's not reading my inputs. Can't even give me the courtesy of a slot machine roll. How rude. Now, it doesn't matter what I have in that slot machine, little stock bar, because there's different abilities that are better than others. It doesn't matter what you have. As long as it's all three, you get the max amount. Originally, you still got that in the Wii version with the screen wipe, the Lucky Sevens. Because those were actually stocked in that version as well, and if you get them, you got money. So really, it's not a new system, it's just that now it applies to the entirety of the slot machine abilities. As opposed to just the screen wipe. Which does make sense, because that was a very rare one to get. Despite having a level where I got all three stocked up. It's weird. That was a max battery. The health and battery refills come in a tiny, barely noticeable amount, and then full. Not really much in between, admittedly. This is going to be an instant kill one. And that guy is a prick who is going to get kicked. Dang it. More enemies are about to pop up here. Get all the treasure chests. Oh, there was one more. No, I guess I got them all. There we go. Got full stock. Next up is going to be another beam katana wielder. Unless I didn't take out everyone, which I didn't. That's fine. Okay, him hitting me is not as fine. There we go. Okay, there we go. Just a little pump and dump right there. You know, sometimes it happens. This version does actively feel better than the PS3 version, though, just because the frame rate's more consistent. It still is not as good as the Wii version in terms of overall feel, in my opinion, but it's better. Because like the PS3 version's frame rate was so bad that there were points when you would start doing the charge move like that, even though you're tapping the button to do a normal combo, just because the frame rate's that bad that it can't read your inputs and it just thinks you're holding the button. God, it's bad. And also, speaking of bad, gun enemies. They do that, and I hate them. Yes, just plain very, very hurt. If an enemy's blocking, go for that melee, and you're almost guaranteed to get the wrestling move no matter what. And there we go. And that's actually the level complete, and now we just have the boss. I don't know if the mic is picking up the Xbox, but it is. You can hear the fan. It's not bad. The model I got imported is not one of the crappy, early models. No, it's an Elite. So, not Elite. No, not Elite. That's still an early model technically. It's Series, the Xbox. Was it called the 360S? Or was it? No, was that the 360 Elite? No, 360 Elite was the black model of the original style, right? The second model. 360 Slim, that's what it's called. That's the model I had. The really good one. Basically.
Need a bathroom break? Whatever you need to do it now. Your opponent, some call him the Holy Sword. He is good, but I know you can take him. You are the man. I am the tiger. He only looks tough because his mother was an ugly bitch.
Beach.
Dig into the red zone.
Looking at the subtitles here, it almost looks like they don't want to mention the word beach, which is interesting.
Enter when you are prepared to fight. I believe in you and your force. Now, off to the Garden of Madness.
Now, Trap is technically he is rank 11 right now. One more collectible. These trading cards are simple collectibles that you can look at in Trappist's motel room. Not gonna save here because I don't need to. Although I'm going to be saving frequently after doing stuff in the overworld, simply because this port of the game likes to crash. I was gonna be skipping through this because I remember what it says, but not exactly enough to where I could recite it, and I can't read it, so Anyway, to the first boss, and as well as that, to the first, not the first, one of the many times I'm going to shut the fuck up.
Quite beautiful, wouldn't you say? Paid for with the lives of many. When you have the strength to take life for yourself, that is true wealth. I am free of desire. So long as I have this scenery to look upon, I need nothing more. Please leave me be.
You're the one leaving. In a body bag.
I'll only say this once more. Leave here now!
Huh. Me leave? You obviously don't know me.
You don't get it, do you?
Hey, you know what paradise is, right?
Paradise?
This is paradise. The place where dreams are fulfilled. Well, you've had your dream, old man. Time to wake up.
This is no paradise.
All right. Then what is it?
A place to die.
Huh. I'm glad you and I are on the same page here.
So naive. You have no idea, do you? What a pity. You make an old man cry. Arrogant, crude little shits like you come around from time to time. Listen well, young one. The wall is high, higher than you will ever know. Ultimate sacrifice is sublime. Now draw.
Huh. You can take that to your grave.
I love the dialogue in this game. It's very deep as it is dumb, which is just perfect. Now, the first fight, Death Metal. Any of these bosses, the first thing you want to do is to block and Dark Step. This will give you plenty of hits in very easily. If the boss, obviously the boss skins up like that, go for the wrestling throw. They'll have defense iframes as soon as they get up, so don't immediately start swinging. If you know what you're doing, you can get them to a bit of a loop. So wait, he's gonna... And if he blocks like that, punch, and you'll get a confirmed wrestling move. He's gonna do this, and I have to take care of the clones before I can actually hit him again. They're a lot weaker than him, obviously. And also Trap is having a existential crisis in the background, so that's fun. He's gonna run away. He's probably charging up his... Oh, no, he's not. He's like a spin attack kind of move. Oh, I waited too long. Nice right there. I can. Dang it. Got greedy. Oh. He is getting pretty low here. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Okay. And this will finish it. You always have to finish them off with a katana slash, and the charge ones go through their iframes and guarding. So if you know they're one hit, you can just charge it up a teeny tiny amount, and as long as it's charged, it will hit them and finish it. That's a good thing to know. We're also about to see one difference between, despite this being uncensored, it technically isn't fully uncensored, as you're about to see.
You're joking, right? I don't care about titles or power. I just want to be number one.
Then master the ways of the assassin.
Here's your ticket to paradise, old man.
Yeah, no, that was not just like a throat slit, I guess, like it was here in the original. It was very much a big ol' head not being on his neck anymore. And I guess there's certain things that even in a ZAO essentially rated game that you just can't do in Japan. I mean, I guess that's just a simple fact of the matter. But what can you do, you know? Yeah, he's dead. So this is a very odd looking thing. So his body is still intact, but his head's still attached. Oh, there's his arm. And can I go into first person here? Yeah, I can. If I look up. If I go to somewhere where I can actually look up high enough. Yep, there's the sword. Right there. That's neat. Get a bit of health up. Actually, just testing a little bit of audio. Okay. Now we continue on.
Nice kill, Travis. I didn't think you had it in you. It was rather
Exciting.
congratulations. You are now ranked 10.
10, huh? What? Do I get anything?
How about some cash? That should help you pay the bills.
I'm not feeling the sense of accomplishment that I should here.
I know I'm not supposed to say it, Twitch, but Travis is, you know, it's that word you don't like. The one that starts with an S. Travis is that. Very much that.
And if I refuse,
As the 10th ranked assassin, you are now a target for those who want to replace you. Anytime, anywhere. Number 11 could be right around the corner, ready to put a knife in your eye.
so what you're telling me is that I gotta continue fighting. There's no way out of this. You set me up, bitch.
Quit your bitching and get with the program. There's only one road out of here. No turning back.
Okay, how about this? If I become number 1, will you do it with me?
Maybe. Maybe not.
Come on, just once.
The main character. Vicatory. We're now ranked 10. What am I doing? Actually. But yeah. So that's the first boss down. And this will also give us our first opportunity to save. One other thing I have to note about this version, I'm guessing because it's on DVD as opposed to Blu-ray. I'm guessing. Load times are actually a fair bit worse than any other version I've played, sadly. Although saving is weirdly just as fast as it ever was on the Wii or even Switch version. Whereas on PS3, saving took a while. It was weird. Very, very odd. Now, a couple of extra cutscenes here, since, well, I mean, it's the start of the game. You kind of expect that. No?
Am I ready? Anytime. Gotcha.
Okay. So this is apartment. We have a couple different things we can do here. We have a closet, which is where you can change out Travis's wardrobe. That was really bad in looking and really choppy. Okay. So we don't have anything unlocked right now except one t-shirt, and by t-shirt that's just not wearing anything, as well as apparently these. That's right, you actually do start with these unlocked, I think is what it is. I'm not going to change that for now. If I wear anything, it's going to be the ones you can buy in the shop, because I usually don't buy anything from that. And so I don't see them usually, so it's going to be more interesting. And they have a drawer, which is where you select your weapons. Not really much purpose, admittedly, unless you're doing a challenge run with a specific one, since the beam katanas are pretty much, you know, sequential. Like, when you get a new one, it's just better than the last one, so there's no real need to. Here's a map with various locations on there. It's not like you can use this to fast travel or anything. The most is if you're actually trying to get like gold medals on all the different missions that are across the map. You can use this to check like what your current ranking on them is. And this little area right here is special in that it no longer exists in this version of the game because they cut it out of the open world. Or actually, no, this is for that. This is the mission result. The other one, honestly, isn't really that needed. Because you still have a mini-map and a full map when you're out in the world. And telephone just, it doesn't do anything. It just shows you a couple things. Toilets to save. TV is how you get some more moves later on. But for now, all you have is a promotion video, which is actually just a Japanese trailer for the game in this version. And the PS3 release, it's just the intro again, actually. fridge refills your health. It has no purpose. There's nothing in the overworld that can make you lose health. That keeps you at no health when you go back into the overworld. If you do a mission, you will have your health refilled after you finish it. There is no purpose to this. I don't know why there is. Also, Stream Raiders is ready, and it gives me a chance to move this. Because it's in a bit of a weird position for this game. So I'm going to put it like over here for now, since I'm just going to cover it back up. Get that started. But yeah, so the fridge has no purpose, and I don't know why they kept it in this version. Gene.
You hungry?
Gene. Kitty. He's nice.
There.
Kitty.
Meow.
This is a very important feature, by the way. Kind of comes back in two in a way. And then you have cards, which is what you was collecting earlier in the level. I did not change what Captain gets. I feel like a jerk. I'm used to not actually having anyone in here. I need to remember that this time and not be an idiot. Like I'm usually am. Anyway. Yeah, so here's different cards and they have different little descriptions. I don't know why it was rating to read them. I can't read that. No, I don't feel like... I'm tired. I'm a little bit tired right now. I don't feel like trying to read that. Takes a little bit too much brain power. I don't care if it doesn't actually. Shush, shush, shush. And they have the armchair. This is new to this version of the game. You can rewatch cutscenes and also re-fight boss fights. That's pretty much it. Now on to the stuff. And the things. And then the, stuff and things. Yeah, no, this is what I mean by the load times. Gives you a lot of time to make this thing bounce up and down, though. Here's the open world. We're not quite going to be exploring it yet. And if you've played the PS3 version, you also notice that this is actually kind of looks more like the Wii version in terms of color palette at the very least. Since the PS3 version, that Red Zone release, the updated graphics, more that specific scenes suddenly had updated contrast, but not all of the scenes had the contrast changed. It's weird. Certain scenes look identical. So if anything, I did like how the colors popped admittedly. It was nice at certain points, but in some ways this version's more consistent looking, if that makes sense. Anyway, more cutscene. As well as a song that used to be in this part of the game that's no longer here. Heavenly Star. Licensed song that was in the original re-release and only in that release. Meaning that, technically speaking, the American Wii release is still the only complete version of the game, in a way. Which sucks.
The next fight has been arranged. You don't have a lot of time, so I'll just tell you what you need to know. The 9th ranked assassin is currently Dr. Peace.
A doctor?
Actually, a detective. A dirty and unscrupulous detective with plenty of dark secrets about him. Illegal investigations, illicit sales, black marketing. He is your one-stop shop for marketing illegal goods. And on top of that, he is a trained assassin. He's been doing some work for the Mafia, and before you know it, he's up there ranked 9th on the list. To be frank, he's good. You won't stand a chance against him. You're as good as dead. What's it going to be, cowboy?
Put me in, coach.
All right. Please transfer 150,000 LB dollars.
What? 150,000 LBs?
Your entry fee, my overhead costs. Don't tell me that you were not expecting so many zeros on that price, or that I am ripping you off or some shit. We've been a lead staff in the thousands. Personally, I think it's a bargain.
Okay, I gotcha. But you really think I got that kind of dough on me? What the hell am I supposed to do?
You are supposed to do your job. You've been hired to kill someone, so just do it and quit your whining. Plus, on-the-job training would be good for you. If you're interested, I can introduce you to an agent, an advertisement agency. But really, they're amazing. I'll tell you when it is later. I'm running late for my facial. Catch up later, okay?
What?
Another feature I do want to mention is these little like text hint blurb things on loading screens, which is perfectly normal. Most games do that. Only in this version, I noticed. They took it out of the Red Zone international release for whatever reason. My only guess is that was a very cheap port. To be fair, like I'm surprised they had as much as they did. I wouldn't be surprised if it was just like, how much would it cost to translate the text blurbs? $10. Just take them out. Anyway, K Entertainment, which is just a front for the Assassinations Association, so it's where we're gonna get some jobs later. Not right now though, because they don't like us. Yeah, I'm actually gonna have to. I guess some parts I will need to explain a tiny bit, since, you know, can't read it. Anyway, what she's saying here is that Travis is a 10th ranked dipshit who doesn't deserve the job, and he can go do something else.
You find you overworked?
And now we just have to go get a part-time job because the assassination. Because we can't get an assassination job because we're deadbeats. A true underdog story that everyone can relate to. Yeah. So now we can get side jobs.
Travis!
Use that button to get the bike sent over to me. And now we drive. So, the job center is, as you can see on the map, that is hard to do while trying to drive. I'm surprised I didn't crash. Okay, it's that pink thing on the map, very bottom. Also, one thing I noticed, the map here is way, like whenever I'm holding the button to see the bigger one, it's way more transparent and way darker than in the later release. And I'm glad they changed it then, because it's actually really hard to see anything. Anyway, that part of the map they blocked off. Yeah, no, they just blocked it off. And if you look at it now, they had industrial wing. Now it's just simply like a flat, you know, skybox texture type thing. Like, there's a couple building models on the left here near the bridge where you can actually get close enough to see. But past that, it's just blank. I didn't mean to do that, but it happened. How much cash do I have on me? Oh, I'm actually... this... No, this side job won't make me enough to get me into the next rank fight. Still. Ooh. Yeah, no, like that. Like that frame rate just now, that was... And this is still running better than the PS3 version, though. Like, I can tell you right now, this is still running better out in the open world here. That version's very sad. Anyway, now let's actually get over to that thing before something happens with the game and it explodes. This controller has a bit of a drift problem, I noticed. Sadly. Also, textures load in for like the open world building stuff. Can't help but notice it takes a little bit longer. No, wait, no. That's just a draw distance. No, it was trying to load it. No, that's draw distance. Never mind. You can more easily outrun the textures loaded in this version. Again, probably just due to it being on a DVD instead of a Blu-ray. If I'd have to guess. Now, we are going to be referred to as a third-class man, for we are third class. And here comes the first side job, which is going to be coconut collecting. Now, what's interesting, if anyone watching this has played the PS3 release, you will notice that version actually had like pictures showing it. This is just what it was originally like on the Wii, where it's just like a number and not super detailed. This job is for you. Do not forget that. I don't know why it sounds very insulting in a weird way. Like, it's insulting in that kind of like, I think the guy was meaning that in a good way, but it didn't come out in a good way, you know? That kind of way. Way. Anyway, accepted the side job, and now we just simply, we do have to manually, I have to manually go to it. You can't just get teleported. Look at that blue ocean, that, yeah, California. Coconut collecting, it's a way of life here in San Andreas. You know, a coconut's like a head, and if the head's the source of mind, then the coconut could be seen as our true selves.
3, 2,
Probably.
1.
I don't fucking know. Anyway, get coconuts. Nope. Okay, so you just go up to a tree. If the A button pops up, then you can take it for a coconut. Coconut. You can carry up to 3 at a time, so if you, to get the most, you want to try to be carrying 3. And also, if you're getting lucky, you can actually get a tree with more than 1 coconut. You're not holding, and now you're not mashing A to not drop them. He's not going to drop them. You're mashing A to go faster while carrying them. I don't know what how many you have to get gold. I just know I always get around 9 or 12, and that gets me gold. So that's my goal here, which shouldn't be that bad. Unless I get really unlucky. Or, okay, that is very lucky. Pretty sure it's only 3 that you can hold, not 4. I mean, I guess I can try here. Yep. Only 3. Well, that was incredibly lucky.
It's easy.
Okay, well, that 1 is right there, so that's good. If this drops 2, that'd be perfect. Perfect! Okay, and I hit my main goal already. Now the trees do kind of respawn more as you go through, I think. So I could probably hit back over here for a bit. Or maybe not. Getting a little bit greedy here, but I want to try to get another stack. Oh, dang. If you get hit, yeah, you get stunned for a little bit as Travis does his best I'm going to die pose. In fact, I think that's what leads into the actual death pose. When I think about it. Yeah, just go for that one. If I rush, I can get that one by itself pretty quickly. This might actually even be enough to get me to the next rank fight. Although I'm still going to do some assassination missions just because it's good to have a bit of bleed over for the next round so you already have money. You don't need to start grinding immediately. 13, the luckiest number in the world. Can I get more? Probably not. Yeah, no. But I can still hold them. And after this, I'm going to save. Because I don't want the game to crash. 2,600. That is not enough to get to the... No, I do... Okay, no, I do have enough because some of those... Oh, wait, no, that wasn't... That was 20,000. I'm dumb. Anyway, now I have the ability to do an assassination mission. But again, I'm going to save first, so I don't have to do any of that again. Because I really don't want to. So the basic structure of the game is you beat a boss, you know, you do a level, pay for the level, beat the boss. You get back, you have a new side job you can do. You do that side job, and that unlocks you some more assassination missions. You do those, and you rinse and repeat, essentially. Because assassination missions do make, like, that may be 20k, that's nothing. Like, an average assassination mission might make me, you know, 50k or whatever. So no, I do want to be doing the assassination missions more than anything. Although the side jobs do have variety to them.
Friends, but shit like this won't fly.
Okay, buddy. But they just don't make enough money. Simple fact of the matter. I do, but yeah, I do have enough to... In fact, I may as well actually. May as well just get it paid for, because there's nothing else I can actually buy in the game right now, so I may as well just get that finished and done with. Okay. The bike is stuck. It does that a lot. Just stick a wad of cash in there and it's paid for. Just do that. If you ever get stuck in something, you'll probably get out, or you'll fly off the bike. One of the two. It's one of the two always. Anyway, now we can. I'm not gonna immediately head to the next level. I do want to get a little bit more buffer cash, so I can immediately get this one upgrade that'll be available after this level, and I can use that for other assassination missions instead of having to grind first. But because I did pay for it, a cutscene is going to be playing. A cutscene is going to be playing.
Hey, Travis, the next fight has been prepared. Destroy Stadium. Dr. Peace is waiting for you. Talk to him.
So now the next ranked fight is available to me if I want to immediately go to it. It'll be on the map. So you don't get sent to it. You do have to actively go to the fight. So for now, I'm going to go to the toilet and save this game before it freezes. A or B? Gonna guess it's talking about the melee combat? Maybe it's just saying you can press A or B and stuff happens. You know, you like red buttons, you like red Skittles, you have the B button. You like green? I don't know. I do wonder why this version was made, too. I think about that because, well, Japanese only Xbox 360 releases are certainly not uncommon. It had a lot of visual novels, believe it or not. Like, I know Steins Gate came out on 360 first, I think. As weird as that is considering that series, but it's not unheard of. It's just more for games like this, so I can't help but think that they must have been planning for this version to have a worldwide release. That's my only thought, and just it sold this release did sell better than the original Japanese release on Wii. It did, but not massively so. Just more like it technically sold better. It didn't sell well still though. So my only guess is that because they never had announced any plans to release it out here. My guess is they wanted to, but it just simply did not make enough money for them to do it in its first Japanese release.
Hello, Travis.
With the Konami published updated version only coming up is they needed a PS Move game. It was available. I forget why they even had the publishing opportunity for it. I can't remember the exact reason, but first one's gonna be a Pizza Butt, if I remember correctly. Assassination Gig. Anyway, as I was saying. But, I think that's the only reason why we even... I don't know, I haven't researched it, but I feel like that's the only reason why we even got the PS3 release worldwide. And I feel like this 360 release was a remnant of when they were just going to publish it worldwide normally, and they didn't have the funds. Because this original release is published by Marvelous. They've worked with Suda51 and Grasshopper Games beforehand, a lot of other weird niche stuff. They published the game in Europe and Japan. And America was published by Ubisoft, as well as the sequel. Yeah, they did not handle publishing rights outside of that. I forget... Maybe they did handle the Red Zone Japanese release. I can't remember if that was still Konami too, though. Anyway, Assassination Mission, just like the side jobs, you pick it up, and now you're going to it. Yeah, that's what I mean about stuff not loading quite as fast. Just very odd. Also, because, again, this 360 version runs... It's still not the best running game in the world. That's just more the game itself. Issues there. But it runs better than the 360 version. It's just an odd thing that this one was only ever in Japan, this version. Because I feel like... if it did get a 360 and PS3 release in America and Europe, I feel like it would have done better. Just by virtue of the 360 being quite popular at the time still. And, better coverage. I should also note there is no Red Zone edition for the 360. The only version that ever came out here is this original release, which is technically the same as the Japanese PS3, the first release that was censored. It's just uncensored. Anyway, there's a bunch of enemies, but there's a specific target I need to take care of. But it's quite annoying if there's still a bunch of these guys here. So it doesn't hurt to take out a couple, although I'm gonna get a very bad score. Okay. There we go. Wrestling moves always pretty good for these ones. Yeah, no, it was not great. Well, whenever you finish an assassination job, you end up back at wherever you took it. And the place that I took this job just now was actually fairly close to the next level, so I think I'll just head right over. And as far as the stream goes, I don't plan on this being a super long stream. I'll probably go to... I'll decide. It might end after this next boss, depending on how I'm feeling. Because I did start later than I really intended to. Oh, as well as that, here is a free fight mission. What is a free fight mission? It's simply one hit. You're one hit, you have 1 health point, you can only take 1 hit, and you have to kill usually around 10 to 11 enemies. They're just all over the map. You unlock them as you do side jobs and go through the game. There's a couple ones that are new here, because a bunch, like 5 or 6 of these missions were actually in that part of the map that I said got cut off in this version, so they had to move them around. And it actually kind of makes use of an area of the map that was unused practically in the original too, so it's kind of like they cut off a bit, they also used a bit. It's weird. It's very weird. Yeah, like I said, I have 1 hit point. In fact, actually, the most notable thing, the very first this is free fight mission number 1. Yeah, free fight mission number 1 in the Wii version was actually on that part of the map that's gone now. That's a funny little note. This is these are a little bit more risky at this point in the game before I have the upgrade that lets me see enemies on the map. So if I'm not careful, if a guy gets behind me while I'm hitting a guy in front of me, I'm dead. That should take up both of them. Careful of that guy. Like, if it starts running over, you just go into guard mode. This is it. If Travis would like to hit them. Okay. A little bit more dramatic of a finish than I really intended. Masturbate. The trigger is squishy. The trigger is squeaky. They don't make quite as much as a normal assassination job, but they do make a lot more than a side job would. So just to keep the money flow, while I'm going through the map, it's actually just smart just to do them. But they reload every time you re-enter the map, reload the game, or more likely than not what it'll be is whenever you get done with another ranked fight. So it does, especially these earlier ones that are really easy when you get the upgrades, it doesn't hurt just to do them every time. Especially in this release, and the Switch, every version's not the Wii version, since they let you retry if you lose. The Wii version, you had 1 chance, and then you had to wait till it reloaded. Again, likely because you beat a ranked fight, so a little bit harsh. That's the only one that unlocks right now, right? I think. One annoying thing, this is also the only way you can expand the map in this version. The Wii release, it's more convenient than the Wii release. Admittedly, this is actually worse specifically with this version. The updated release on PS... The international release did actually let you pan the map up and down, and also is more visible. Here, you can't actually do that. It's only whatever you're currently on, so it's less usable. The Wii version, you had to go into the menu and stuff, so it's a little bit more convenient at least. Ooh. You know, at first I thought this release, I don't know why I thought this. I thought this version would make use of the freaking Kinect sensor to, like, for up and down movements. You know, to read the controller. So you could still have that function. I don't know why. That'd be very dumb. Ah, damn it. Don't have to hit this way, but free points. You can actually hold the button down for a melee, so you can get a little bit stronger hit, more likely to stun. Nice. I think it's like if you go from the side, you're more likely to get that one, which is an instant kill, and I don't have to mess with the awkward ground hit. Let me get a dark step in. Damn it. I really don't know why I did that. Oh, shit, battle's ready to begin. Let me go and start that up for y'all. There we go. I totally didn't forget how to do that first split second somehow. Oh, there we go. You can also insert a melee combat in the middle of your beam katana combo. You could potentially do stuff like that where I knock them down. And he dies because he annoyed me a lot just now. My controller came... Oh, shit. I think I knocked out the battery compartment in my controller. Crap, that's bad. I need to see if maybe I could use my American controller with this system. This one's a little bit beat up. Dang, no slot really yet. And then we lost and died, which is, you know, it's not bad. That's bad. It's very bad. It's very sad. Very sad result. There we go. No, Travis, can you please? Thank you. Frankly, the cherry doesn't last long enough to be any worth to actually use until I get the dark side upgrade. In my opinion, anyway. Travis, thank you. That felt better. Tiny bit. Oh, come on. Still cannot be even try giving me anything for that. Rude. That posing that. Anyway, here is what was on the Wii. Little baseball thing. So you just had to hit A at the right time. I just poked my eyeball. Why did I do that? How did I do that? Ah. It's not bad, honestly. Considering I usually get one. That felt good. Yeah. No achievement? That's just plain rude. Let me top stuff up. Yeah, graphics are definitely less vibrant than the later release, but it kind of matches the original Wii version more in a weird way. I don't know. Come on. Just need one more slot reel and I can get a full stack. Get all the money. Look how fast I can get that thing going. Wow, it's going so fast. They were blended into each other. That is amazing. You can't really see that in the Switch version because it loads too fast. I think, is it decided by if you did a punch or a kick, maybe? Let me try that. Hey there. Maybe not. Probably not. Hey, he's over here. There we go. Nice. Now I can go crazy. I don't know why I did that. Could have just meleeed, you know, threw him around. Oh, baseball time. Same rules as last time. Even the same cutscene, basically. Even tells you the rules again. A little repetitive. If I'm not able to kill them all here, I'll probably just use that cherry. even though it isn't a good idea to use it here, in my opinion. Or I can do it in the first hit. Not that I am gonna complain about that. This is also a lot of extra money. Bye-bye. Stabby, stabby. I'm actually getting near the end of the level. Like, after this, I think there's one more staircase and a tiny room of people. Actually, this might be it. Actually, I know I'm going to use a cherry on. Oh, you dick. The cherry does not even have a specific name for the move. It's just cherry. Nope, that's not the button. There it is. Yeah, it just slows down time for a very short amount of time. That was literally it. It felt worth it, though. Not as bad as I think in 2, because in 2, the cherry actively overrides your normal super meter bar, which, if you activate it on your own, is infinitely better than the cherry is. So it kind of almost seems like a hindrance in that game, for me, anyway. Okay, no, I'm not quite at the end yet. This is the last set of enemies, though. That I know for sure at this point. Oh, you prick. Okay, you die now. And my controller came undone again. Oh, shit. Okay, gonna use a different controller next time. I think that is not a bad plan. Dang it. I need that slot reel. DDT. Might get more than one in here. Nice. Okay, cool. Got a full lot again. God, 3 of these guys. If I do this, I might get it confirmed. Thing. Guardian does take battery, so the more you're doing that, the less you're gonna have. Oh, shit. Okay. Wait a second. There we go. I was gonna... Shit. I fucking hate these guys. Nope. He's just gonna spam that, isn't he? And I hit the pause button. Good job, me. Bloodberry's not great in this game. Come on. So much health. Fuck you. There we go, and that's the end of the level. Thank God.
Travis, hello? The moment you step onto the field, the fight.
Wii version of this, you actually heard the voice coming out of the Wii remote speaker, so it's like it's your phone. Can't really do that on a 360, you know? Just by virtue of physics and how it doesn't have a speaker, so it's not a feature here.
When you are ready, step inside. To be honest, your chances of survival are slim. But trust your force and head for the Garden of Madness.
Get a refill on health and battery up there. Get another wrestling move right here. Because that's what you get from these, because I totally said that before and didn't forget to. 2 years ago. 20 years ago. 2 years ago. They didn't talk about years. Maybe it did. I don't remember. Oh. Oh, listen. Someone's singing.
Thank you. Mighty kind. Mighty kind of you.
Nice set of pipes you got there, old man.
It has always been my dream to perform in a stadium such as this. The gentleman from the association told me I could have any stage I wanted today. How could I refuse such a kind offer?
Courtesy of me and my entry fee, no doubt.
My ex-wife called me the other day, and I met my daughter for the first time in 10 years. We dined at a fancy restaurant, one of those that are impossible to get a reservation for. And then afterwards, karaoke.
Who got you the reservation?
The association took care of it, of course.
Fuck. My entry fee.
What's important is not the fact the reservations are hard to get. In fact, no one gets reservations. The words reservations only apply only to those outside of a circle. It's getting into that circle that matters.
And the food. Good?
Travis is having this fight with an anime shirt on.
Unfortunately, the
Uh,
attitude of a facade
He's a hero to us all.
once my own daughter gave me a name. Oh, the food tasted like blood.
You're a junkie for blood, old man.
Sadly, I can't disagree.
You dumbass. What an idiot. But no, again, these scenes with these characters, just the dialogue is so weird but natural in a weird way. In a way, it has that feeling of, you know, Japanese dialogue being translated to English, but it doesn't sound awkward or bad. It sounds fully intentional. I just don't hear it in any other director's games, even something like Metal Gear. Stop shooting me. That's annoying. Okay, here we go. And now. Then I go in for the hits. Melee. Once you know what this boss is all about, it's not that bad. And that the main one's staying as close as you can to him, so you can't get a chance to stun lock you. That's his block pose, despite it not looking like a block at all. Like there, I got it. That was very poor of me. Once he finishes his shots, he has to reload a little bit. So that's when you can go in. And if you're just going to take that, that's going to drain the battery. Dang it. That was sloppy of me. He's always going to run back to the middle. When he charges, it's actually a good idea to do that for a bit. But not if you let him hit you, of course. Dang it. Time is a little bit different in this version. Not really. Wait, that was him guarding. Oh, I'm stupid. Yeah, boss's timing for a grapple is a lot smaller than a normal enemy. Nice. This boss does have a unique finisher part, though, so we should have to... Or he can give me 2 grapples. I can complain about that, but I will be confused. There we go. Yeah, once he runs out of health, then we get to this point where he'll do that. And just... And it'll let us run back up, and now we have a quick draw. God, he's a dark. Just have to hit the button in time. Once it pops up. Beat. Got it. You actually have a lot of time to do it. If you mess that up, it's your own fault, in all honesty. And that is that boss level completed. Yay, funny. And also now you can hear the really bad sound design in this version. Sounds like a river. Like a flowing. Oh, that blood. Those blood effects just don't look good. It's chunky. Bye, peace. God, that squish sound effect. Squish.
Sing all you want down there.
Oh, that's not, his body's not supposed to disappear when that happens. That's not supposed to be like that. Now, question mark, that's, you can actually unlock something that'll get you a better score, based off of your rankings and stuff. I don't have that unlocked yet, so I don't get any extra money for that, and that makes me very sad. Anyway, that actually did give me I have more than enough cash for the next ranked fight. But I also will have one of the first upgrade, actually the first 2 upgrade opportunities I think will open up after this. So you will definitely have more than enough money for the next ranked fight, usually if you're playing normally. But in exchange, of course, you suddenly have more stuff to buy. Get the health upgrade. And next cutscene.
Congratulations. You are now ranked number 9.
What you expect?
Wait a minute. Are you getting a little sentimental? Still green, aren't you? You know this is only the beginning.
Call me when the next one's arranged.
Game set!
There's Travis trying to act cool when he's not. UAA rank 9. And now Travis takes a shit. Ugh. Yeah, now he's gonna take a shit. Oh god, I forgot about this part. It's actually really quiet. Well, it's quiet on my end. I don't know how that sounds on stream, but that sounds more quiet than it should be. Well, at least they're very well set up for the murderous assassination place. They have that going for them. 200 grand. So when I leave here, it's actually going to immediately tell me I have enough. But again, there's some things to buy, things to do, so that's going to take priority. Yep, there we go. Bunch of new areas are also opening. Yep, there I do have enough. So, Area 51, that's going to be the clothing shop, actually. So I will buy stuff there. Swallow that. Two specific, very important places have just opened up. Naomi's Lab and Thunder Ryu's gym. Thunder Ryu. I can't speak. Anyway. This is going to be where we upgrade our health, strength, and combos. And I'm going to do it right now before heading to Naomi's Lab, because Naomi's Lab is actually going to be where I get the next Beam Katana. And one thing I only just recently learned is that, not because it's hidden, I just never thought to do it, because I always went and got the katana first, because, you know, I mean, it's a new weapon, it's cool. So, He's talking about getting naked and squatting. It's a very interesting conversation, I assure you. Anyway. So you have 3 trainings. This is going to be for your combo extension. This is going to be for strength, so just damage, basically. And then squats are going to... So that's bench press, dumbbells. And then squats, and that's going to be for upgrading your health. Now the combo extender, you only do this 4 times in the game, and you only do it for a new beam katana. But speaking of that, because I would always get the new katana first, I didn't realize there is a specific one for the Bloodberry, your very first one. So I thought I'd go ahead and get it. And the Switch and Wii versions, you obviously use the 2 controllers and go up and down. Or the sticks on this the Switch version if you're not using motion controls. Here, you have to press the right buttons as it pops up. So it's a little bit more involved. Also, it doesn't matter how fast you go, there is a bit of delay between when you press it and when you can actually put it. And this one is same across all versions, it's just button mashing. Also, I do like that Aya the Chihuahua in the background. I don't know, what do you call it? This is not Aya the Tiger, that's for sure. Yeah. And one more. And that's our strength up, and that just applies, doesn't matter what beam katana using. And now squats, which is just triggers. If you get a rhythm going, you can go even faster, which is needed because you don't have a lot of time for this one. There we go. And I will have to do one more of these simply for the next katana, because that still has its own combo. Technically speaking, there is really not much of a reason to go for what I just did, but I like it. It's nice. And also my controller came undone again. That's great. Yeah, no, this one seems to be weird with the compartment portion. Need to check on that after the stream. Now that I got that done, now let's head over to Naomi's. Also, dumpsters. You can open them up, you get either money or a t-shirt. This HD release, which is one feature I wish was in the Switch version, you can open them up on the bike. Genuinely, it does make it far easier, because you don't have to get off every time you want to open it. Like, that's a nice quality. Like, this version does have some nice quality of life updates, just for, like, being able to retry missions more easily. But in other parts, I don't like that they cut off a bit of Santa Destroy. It's a bit of the character there, you know? And not only that, but since technically speaking, everything that was on that side was optional anyway. So it's not even like it improves the flow of the game at all. It doesn't. Like, all the stuff that was there was just optional stuff to make more money. It was more content. Like, genuinely, it doesn't actually make the open world any smoother. It just makes it more repetitive. There really was no reason to do that. Admittedly, it's annoying that the t-shirts automatically get put on Travis. Because, of course, that means if you have a look for him at the time and you don't feel like changing it, you don't have a choice. You know, it's like, fuck you. My controller came down again. I'm going to have to do something about that. I'm really gonna have to do something about that. She doesn't like him. I'll edit it. Very interesting design. Anyway, the first katana, the Tsubaki Mark nothing, because it's just the first Tsubaki. Now, if I remember correctly, Lieutenant Gate's name should be Camellia. Let's look into that. But anyway, this fucking controller, I swear to God. And now we have our first part for it, which is a detector. Not really used for combat, but there'll be different treasure stuff around the open world that we can now see. So that'll be a bit of extra money. It also comes into play in New Game Plus for extra items as well. As you can see, it's the new katana is automatically equipped, because again, there's no reason to use an older katana. You can't switch between them on the fly. There's no real reason to, because, again, they're pretty much straight upgrades of each other. Wait, what? Huh? Okay, that part I bought, like, you see the little pink dots on the mini-map. That's because that part I bought, the little extension thing, because that's the underground treasure, so, you know, the treasure in the dirt, I can go over and dig it up with the katana and get money. You can see it right there in parts. That's supposed to also be on the katana. It's like dark. And it kind of just looks ugly, honestly, but it just sits on top of it. That's not showing up. That's supposed to be visible on the katana, and it's not. Huh? That's weird. I also feature this version, so let me get off the bike. My controller's actually rumbling as I'm getting close to it, so it's actually like right here. There we go, got it. So that's what that looks like. One interesting thing, see how I'm doing it wherever I want, just like the Wii version, the Switch version, so that's normal. That updated I swear to God. That updated release, sorry, that annoyed me a lot. That updated PS3 release made it so you could only actually do the dig, on the ground anyway, if you were actually going to hit it, making it infinitely easier because you weren't going like this and going that. You could just literally get around the area where it's supposed to be, where you feel rumble, and just mash the button, and Travis will actually only start doing it when you... Like, you can still miss, I think, but it'll only actually start to dig if you're in the right spot already. Not in this version, so it's still a little bit harder. But also, you can now do it on your bike. And again, the main reason why I actually go for all the treasure, later, not right now, but I do get every single treasure spot. It's one, map's smaller, so it's a little bit easier to get, admittedly. I can do it on the bike, so it's even faster. And number 3, the mini-map. Notice how it, it has that pixelated look, but it's not actually individual pixels. It's just kind of like a graphic overlaid on the map to look like it. The original Wii release and Switch release too, they use a very stylized, really nice looking map that's actually like grid pixel based. It's like blocking stuff. The only issue is that the actual icons of the map, they're actually not, attached to that grid. They just moving it, towards you, like it is right now, how it looks essentially. But so, like, those icons, like the house and the money icon right there, they just move like it is right now, smooth as I get closer to it, as you expect. But in the Wii version, that it did do that. But the rest of the map, like, you know, like the buildings and stuff that you can see and the roads, those were like individual pixels that went like it was an actual 8-bit graphic that was that low of resolution. And as such, you know, that depending on where you're facing, it could be moving wildly differently. And it also meant that the icons could look like they're in different spots on the map as you get closer. And it meant for the digging portions, it was impossible to tell exactly where it is, even with the rumble. And God, it was annoying. I think I got an achievement for hitting things, so that's nice. But I'm actually going to park my bike very nicely, and I'm actually going to end the stream here and save. I decided I wanted to do the stream. I'm going to finish it before May is done. I'm going to make sure of that. But I decided I'm going to do it in about 4 chunks. And each stream will end, so the next few streams are actually, for this game, are actually going to be a fair bit longer. I plan the stream ending once I get the next upgraded katana, so it's a nice little stopping point, because I know when those are. And it always is after a fight. It's like, it's pretty set and regular, so. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and save. And the next time I stream this, will be, I'm gonna try to have a more consistent stream schedule. Maybe just try, not necessarily time, but the very least day. And not gonna be super packed. I'm just gonna be doing it on Tuesdays and Thursdays, just it's easier for me for various reasons. So I might. So my next stream time will definitely be on next Tuesday. What I'll be playing, if a friend of mine is also a streamer, Will Crypted, if he is able to, it'll actually be Resident Evil 6, more of that. If he's not, then I'll just continue No More Heroes. As well as maybe FF14 once this is done, since I am... Like, once No More Heroes is done in May, then it'll be a different game, because I want to do it once a month, since No More Heroes 3 comes out in August. It's May, so June will be 2, and then July will be No More Heroes Trap Strikes Again. And then August will be 3, because that's when that comes out. I'll stream that when it comes out, because no one cares about that except me, so I'm not worried about spoilers. Anyway, so that is going to be the end of the stream. It's also why I didn't start up another Stream Raiders. But yeah, so that is all for tonight. If anyone did show up to the lurk, thank you. If you didn't, that's fine. I barely stream. I don't know why I thought it would show up. I don't have a schedule. Well, anyway, let me mark that out, because I will forget if I don't. Good night or morning, probably, depending on where you are.